So I have my own business. It's a family business, so the stress levels was fairly high. More than the stress, it was coupled also with anxiety and a bit of how do I put it, unpreparedness for facing that anxiety.
So the main things were terrible sleep, very bad insomnia, the sort that you take medication for every single night. And if you don't take the medication, then you don't sleep. It's pretty much that simple. Now I very rarely take the sleep medication, apart from the last week or so. But yeah, the breathing has helped significantly with being able to sleep to the point where it's I'll get a top of a medication, so maybe like a few pills that I would take over the month just in case I needed something. But in general, I don't need sleep medication at all now.
Carried a huge amount of stress in my body, and yeah, it was kind of never ending. Obviously, the work that I do is high stress and continuous high stress for long periods of time, but I think that just sort of, yeah, I just carried that in my body, and like doing exercise or things like meditation or cold baths were like short-term solutions.
I needed like I lost the connection, and I needed like something, a new motivation. And I know you, and I was curious to see what are you teaching? Yeah.
And I think there's a significant difference between just going through the motions on doing the breathing exercises and knowing them, and then what you've taken me through in terms of explaining what's happening while we're doing it and really perfecting the techniques of it so that I can do those better. And so the analogy that I could draw is just sort of taking yourself to the gym as a novice and trying to figure it all out. And in theory,
Yeah.
the practice, and you can watch YouTube videos to try and figure it out. But if you have a specialist coach who can teach you how to do the moves in the gym, then you'll perform them a lot better, do a lot less damage,
Yep.
and you'll enjoy the process a lot more.
First few weeks, you can see like the big progress, right? Because you start from zero, and then like in week 3, you see like, man, I've been breathing like incorrectly for so many years. I'm more calm. I can control myself. I feel healthy. My sleep is good, and etc. Like you have the broad spectrum when you start, when you change something which is so important. That's pretty definitely recommend it. I think everyone, I will recommend it so that we need to do it in schools.
Things that you learn, you can take with you for the rest of your life. So it's kind of, I think for me, it's been a really, and this was a nudge from my wife to make the investment, because I don't often invest as much in myself.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm glad that I did because of the impact that it's had and the value. So,
And it had an impact like fairly early on, right? So I think within a couple of weeks, I was noticing that I didn't need the medications as such.
but I think the biggest difference is just significantly calmer, and I feel a lot less stressed, a lot more relaxed than I ever did before. I've tried lots of different methods to try and regulate my nervous system to manage stress levels. I've tried, not drinking for prolonged periods of time, sleeping more, eating better, meditating, doing exercise, doing cold baths, and none of those practices were kind of preventative. If I'm already in that situation, it helps to maybe feel a bit better short term, but none of them are sort of preventative methods. Whereas the breathing exercises that I've learned have been more sustainable and help be more preventative, and have had the most significant impact on reducing my stress levels.
Obviously, my clarity of thought has increased. There's no more brain fogginess. I have learned to remain still when things become too chaotic. Anybody looking for, better energies, better clarity of thought, better sleep, to do this.